Hey guys, it's Kaylin with Boxwood and Spruce. It's Thursday, which means it's time for Thrift with Me Thursday. Let's go see what they have in the Goodwill today. The first thing I found is actually on display on top of a clothing rack. Don't forget to check up here. I always find little things up here. This large shallow serving tray is $7.99. You could use this to stack plates, napkins, mason jars full of utensils for serving. You could also put it on a coffee table and make a pretty vignette with a candle, a plant, a few books. Has a lot of uses, could even be used on a pretty basket wall. Alright guys, now I'm in the ceramics aisle, which there's some shoes, oddly enough, which is strange, but right beyond that is really what I'm interested in. It's a really cute hammer black and gold metal vase, and it's only $2.99. I love the price. It turns out it's just an IKEA vase, but you know what? I actually love IKEA. This would look really striking with some greenery in it, just a simple green stem, or you could put some wheat-toned items in it for fall. Okay, next I found this scale. It's very brassy and very ornate, but I think if you spray painted it black, maybe you could take off the top of it, rework it a little. You could make it into one of those really cute vintage farmhouse scales for just $4.99. I don't know at that price it's worth the try. It could be really cute and you could distract away from the fanciness with a little greenery and candles. Next I found this little faux Demijohn with little compartments. It's $7.99, so it's not a horrible price, but here's what I would do. I would remove that cheesy little wood heart, and then I would get some thick cording, like a rattan cording or a twine, and I would start at the top, hot glue it all the way around, and then stick a simple, beautiful stem in here, and it would look like some of those really beautiful vintage farmhouse Demijohns that you see. It would be perfect all year round, no matter what stem you put in it. Or even wrap the whole thing in rope and dip the bottom half in a pink color. Next I found some vases that would be great candidates for some spray paint projects. I really like this tall one, it's a nice shape and it's $5.99. Next to it is this little brass container, it's only $2.99. I would do an aging project to this to make it look a little more vintage and maybe put a little plant in here that could kind of flop over the sides, maybe a pathos. Down below there are some vintage water pitchers with the basin. I don't love the element on here, so again I would hit this with some white spray paint and just make it all one neutral color. It's $14.99, so a little bit more than I would probably want to spend, but this would look really pretty with a floral arrangement in it once it was painted all white. Next I found this really cool vintage hand planer. This would be great in a vignette on top of a stack of books, maybe even in that wicker tray from before. It's just a perfect little vintage accent piece. Okay, next I found this clear, hammered, kind of dimple texture vase. I love this vase. It's beautiful and simple, and it's only $3.99. You stick this in the middle of a wood table with a simple green stem or some big fall leaves, and you have a beautiful display for next to nothing. Okay, next I found this really large blue and white classic platter. It's only $7.99. This is beautiful for summertime with pops of yellow, Easter time, or it would look gorgeous on a large blue and white plate wall. Okay, next I found this little trio of vases. Two of them are wooden, one of them is kind of ceramic. I love the different shapes and they're each $1.99. How cute are they grouped together? They make the perfect little trio. I love the wood, but because the third one is not wood, what I would do is spray paint these all to be the same color. And then I would group them together as a little vignette and just put simple little floral stems in them. I think you could also do some evergreen, and a little red berry would look great for the winter time. Alright, next I found these little faux florals. They're actually made of wood and they're only 99 cents, but I love the natural, neutral tones of them. I think they could be really cute to snip off, make little napkin rings if you had like 3 kiddos, or use them on a table setting. Next, I found these cute little white prep dishes. They look like milk glass and they're only 69 cents, which is a killer deal. I love using these little kind of things for actually cooking with, prepping my little chopped pieces. But you know what? My kids would love to eat yogurt out of these too, and they look beautiful on a shelf. All right, next I found this basket, which I'm kicking myself for not getting because it's so beautiful. I just don't need another basket. But look at the weave on the bottom. Isn't that gorgeous? This basket is not only really pretty, but it's super sturdy. I could picture this with a stack of stems and maybe some red berries and birch logs, maybe a pretty plaid blanket spilling over it by the fire in the wintertime. They have these, which is not quite what I'm looking for, but I'll kind of stick them in there just to show you anyway. But you know, you get the picture of what I'm going for. It would look gorgeous just sitting on the hearth. Okay, now I'm in the frame section and I found 3 oval frames. I'm a sucker for oval frames. I actually think the prints in here are kind of cool in the right setting. They could be really beautiful if done right in a vintage gallery wall. But what I love about oval frames is they look beautiful with silhouettes. I have done some custom silhouettes for my kids and I just love the nostalgic look they have when put inside an oval frame. Alright, last I found these amber plates and they're $2.99 each. They have a really beautiful subtle floral pattern to them, but these would be perfect for the upcoming fall season. I think you could layer these really beautifully, and there's actually 12 of them. So you could do a whole table setting with these beautiful amber plates. They would layer up perfectly for fall. Alright guys, that's it for me today. Thanks so much for thrifting with me. Now make sure to head over and see what my friend Lauren at My Georgian Colonial found. I can't wait to see what she came up with.